right, and welcome once again. All Takes Ballot, episode 55. As always, I go by Trill Trayy, joined once again with SP21R Spence and
My
my main
time.
man Vick Vinum. So, Vic, go ahead and give a rundown of today's show.
All right. Well, first things first, we'll be talking about the latest news around NFL, NBA. Um, then we'll continue off the draft evaluation of each team, which right now will be going on pick 30, which is the Buffalo Bills, followed by the Kansas City Chiefs at pick 31. So, with that being said, fellas, you have any news that y'all would like to share with our fans?
Well, today in the NBA, LaMarcus Aldridge has officially retired from the NBA due to irregular heart. This is not the first time this happened. Chris Bosh had this. There was one player that was supposed to be drafted, but he didn't get drafted because of it. So, he said a statement letter that he said, I had to put the game of basketball, the love of basketball. I put a lot of things behind for the love of basketball. And now for the first time, I'm putting myself for it. So wish him the best. I hope everything's fine because even though he didn't really get a lot of championship at all, but like the impact he made with the Portland Trail Blazers, Damian Lillard said they should retire his jersey. That's up to debate, but I mean it makes sense though. But yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that
Trey?
was a little. It was a little sudden because I didn't know he had any issues like that. Right, I just seen the.
Yeah.
So I initially laughed when I first seen it. I didn't like read. I just seen the headline that he retired. I didn't like read the details of it, so I was just laughing like, "Wow!"
Yeah, just like
And
up and
then
quit.
like, then he just signed over there with Brooklyn, and then I was like, "Okay." And then I actually read the details. I was like, "Oh, okay, it makes sense now. I get it." So yeah, that I mean sucks. Like I said, we went through that with something similar to Chris Ross having to retire way sooner than expected and everything. So I just hope he gets his health in order and everything. You can love the game or whatever, but obviously you got to take care of yourself because yeah, trying to go out there and play and God forbid something happens, it ain't really worth it at the end of the day. He at least got to spend the prime of his career, I'll say that, playing the game he loved. Because like we were kind of talking about off air, he never really looked the same once he left, kind of left Portland anyway. So I mean, yeah.
Well, it was definitely unexpected on my end. Just seeing the news flash across my screen. Um, Immediately, I think I went on IG and um, seen a lot of people talking about that. I don't know. I guess the Lakers and the Nets have played previously before his retirement,
Yeah,
and
I did see that.
yeah, people were clowning Aldridge because they're saying, well, from what I was seeing, that Andre Drummond made that boy retire, and you know, again, I didn't watch the game, so I didn't see what happened, but yeah, comes out that he has heart issues. So I mean, yeah, it's funny at first, but now it's like, hey, it's your life. That's the right call. Definitely a hard call for any athlete to um, come to grips with, just because, hey, that's something that they've done all their life, and I'm sure he's made a lot of money over time. Hopefully, he's invested and put away a good chunk of it, just for you know his remaining days, and also for his family security as well. But just in terms of LaMarcus Aldridge, I was definitely a fan of his, especially when he was in Portland. I remember I played fantasy basketball, and he was one of the players that I usually had on my team for 2 years when I was doing that. But that was when he was on Portland. Ever since he went to the dang, I forgot the team.
Spurs.
Yeah, the San Antonio Spurs. There you go. Ever since he went there, pretty much he wasn't the same player. He was a shell of himself from what I've seen, and the production that he was having, which definitely was shocking. But I was hoping, he'd turn things around at some point, but didn't seem like that ever came to be. Who knows if that is part of the reason with his heart issues? But we'll never know. I mean, maybe he'll be able to give an insight on that. But respect to the man. Enjoy your retirement. Uh, Other news that I've seen, but that's just more so NFL. Bengals. Right as of right now, I mean, it could be a smokescreen, but Bengals are eyeing Jamar Chase and not Penny Sewell. But again, that's if the Falcons, which there's no rumors of that, but as if Falcons aren't choosing, or any of the top three teams are choosing to get Jamar Chase. But it makes sense to me to get Jamar Chase, but at the same time, as everybody's always talking about, you got to protect your quarterback. So it's a tough call. I mean, me personally, from the Bengals, I probably highly consider getting Jamar Chase. I know Penei Sewell didn't play last year, COVID reasons, but at the same time, I don't know. I just feel like you can work the draft to your favor, getting Jamar Chase first. Um, Not many receivers on his caliber in the second or later, obviously. Well, not obviously, but you never know. You might have some gems in the later rounds, but offensive lineman, it is a premier position. So it all depends on how they want to go about it. They could go receiver first, and then second round get a tackle, which I believe there will be some good quality tackles in the second round. But you could go the opposite way too, just because the receiving core in this draft is pretty deep. So tough call for them. Other news that I've seen, Cowboys are looking to trade down in the draft if their guy is not at their pick, which from what I've been seeing, Kyle Pitts is somebody that they really want. So I mean, obviously we've heard that they're trying to trade up for him, but um, I don't see him falling that far. But if they do trade up and get him, it is what it is. But if not, I don't even know if the cornerback from Alabama, Patrick Surtain, is an option for them. If that's, but the fact that they're looking to trade down, the Bears are one of the teams that are looking to trade up at that spot. So, I mean, obviously, it's that time of the year. Draft is around the corner, so there's definitely going to be a lot of rumors heading into the draft and getting closer to the draft, just to either scare teams to, hey, this team is thinking about moving up. Let's try to get ahead of them just in case. So they may be contacting Atlanta or whoever just to secure the player that they want. So that time of the year, boys. So it's exciting. Starting to get a little bit more clarity on where we think people are going to be selected. But again, as we talked about a few segments ago, organizations tend to sometimes do the opposite of what you think, because the owner may love a certain player and may be more so the engine to the team, as you see with Dallas Cowboys. And St. Arthur Blank for the Atlanta Falcons. So, I mean, we'll see. But um, we'll be doing a segment where we're basically going to give our selection at some point of every team, 1 through 32, with trades if y'all want to do it. So, last but not least, I said there was the announcement the other day about Michael Jordan going to present Kobe at his Hall of Fame induction. Obviously, RIP to Kobe. I think that's a great honor. I think that honestly would have been something that Kobe probably would have wanted anyways. But glad to hear that Michael, wanted to take the chance to induct Kobe into the NBA Hall of Fame. So, other than that, fellas, y'all have anything else?
Well, Dwayne Wade is now part of the owner of the Utah Jazz now,
Okay.
which is very interesting. But I guess. And also, hey, in y'all division, did somebody sign somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what was it? I don't know if we talked about that.
No,
It was rumored,
they,
but we didn't know it was
Clowney signed with the Cleveland Browns. Congratulations. He's gonna get. Is he gonna get no sacks for them too? I'm not.
But what if? But what, let's play
name.
Let's play devil's advocate. But what if he does? What if he gets to the prime that people wanted? What if?
I don't live my life off what if. So until I see it, it's just like, okay, they signed him, but they cut their defensive tackle, which to me that's counterproductive. So
yeah,
okay, that's fine. Congratulations to David Clowney. But now, real quick, to go back to what Vic said about the Bengals, if they are smart, they are gonna draft Sewell. I know what you're talking about. You could probably work it and get a pretty good person in the second round at tackle, but you have the opportunity to get the
number one
best tackle. And typically those guys, they come in and, you don't have to worry about that position for 10 plus years for the most part.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then, like Spence pointed out, being in the division that they're in, you need to protect Joe Burrow. That's part of the reason he got hurt last year. So, because it doesn't matter. You can have all the receivers you want. If you don't got time to throw the ball, it's not going to matter. If you can't stand up right, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would welcome them taking Jamar Chase because I know that just means that's another season that we're just gonna beat up on that boy Joe. You got Garrett and Clowney, as Spence is excited about. You got the real defensive player of the year because Aaron Donald, not my defensive player of the year.
Oh, you're gonna be those guys?
Not my defensive player of the year.
Not my Samus.
And then the Ravens got he left. He went to the Raiders, and then he's into it.
No. Yeah.
Well, the Ravens got somebody.
Right.
I will say they figure that stuff out. They're pretty good at that, so they'll have somebody out there. They ain't got no names though. They ain't got nobody like scared of on like. I guess Tyus Bowser. That's the guy. That's the big guy.
That's supposed to be the guy.
That's the man. Okay.
That's the man.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Bengals, you better address that offensive line because you know what division you in, the toughest division in football. And I don't mean like best record because we said that's NFC West, but I'm saying like toughest division in football. Yeah, smash mouth football, AFC North. Buckle up that chin strap. But yeah, outside of that, nah, I ain't got nothing.
Well,
Besides
actually,
the Bengals, y'all signed Giovanni Bernard. We didn't speak on that last time.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
I don't know
mhm.
how
Yeah.
it's kind of mixed in Bucks. Is it Bucks Nation? Nah, it's not. I don't know what you guys.
Vic, what
Yeah.
do you call
That's it.
yourselves?
I mean, yeah, Bucks Nation.
Or is it a Bucks Life? I don't get
Oh
that.
Yeah, I
God,
mean,
All
it's
that
the
stuff.
Bucks life is what we say, but it's a Bucks. It's Bucks Nation.
Yeah,
That's
I
what we go by.
guess.
Like
how do
Steeler
I?
Nation.
No, nothing like Steeler Nation at all.
No, I'm saying like y'all say Steeler Nation.
Yeah. No, but certain teams have different stuff. Like
Yeah.
Bills Mafia is not Bills Nation. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's Bills
certain, I
Mafia.
didn't know if the Bucks
Well,
had something different.
Yeah.
No.
no, I mean, yeah, it's just Bucks Nation. Other than that, most fans, after a game, depending on, like how I was saying the year before Brady was here, we
Mhm.
lost the game. It's like, hey, the Bucks life. It's what we used to type of deal.
On the
And
game.
now,
It's
like,
Bucks.
winning, they still say it's a Bucks life, like win or lose, it's a Bucks life. So
What?
that's what fans say after games, but it's whether
Mhm.
we win or lose. But yeah, it's Bucks Nation.
But yeah, about Giovanni Bernard, I
Mhm.
personally thought it was a decent signing because low end, he just he'll be in LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy was on the team last year, played maybe 3 games total, and then didn't really suit up again. So there's that aspect of it, right? But if behind a better O line, he can get back some semblance of what he was, he comes in, he's the best catching back on the team easily.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You're not gonna expect much from him rushing, but that's never been his strong point. Like
yeah,
he's decent, but he's never
yeah.
gonna be like the bell cow running back. He's more so the hands back, which I'm pretty sure Brady had a lot to do with him coming in there. So
Hmm.
because Fournette, you've seen him have the drop issues, as with Rojo. So
Yeah.
if he can come in there and the line can create space for him, and I think it, I think it could be a good signing, a low key signing that people like I said, there's some people that are on the fence about like, why did we sign this guy? It's a waste of a
Yeah.
spot. But I
Yeah.
mean,
Like
you guys wasted that spot last year. If we're being technical with LaShawn McCoy, so what's the difference?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like LaShawn McCoy was done for the past 2, maybe 3 years. But to me personally, I thought it was a really good signing. It definitely helps us out in the passing game aspect, as Trey said. He used to be in the AFC North division, so definitely seen a good share of Giovanni Bernard. He's definitely solid. He's good in pass protection. He can come out the backfield and run receiver routes, whether it's coming from the backfield in the slot or put him out wide. He's always electric in that aspect. Um, so I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. James White, New England Patriots running back, former New England Patriots running back. Actually, didn't he resign with the Patriots? No, he didn't. He resigned. He signed with somebody else. But
is why?
J- James White didn't he sign with what was it, the Giants or something like that?
Oh.
Well, anyways, former New England Patriots running back James White, which was a favorite target of Tom Brady. He signed somewhere else. I forgot where he signed at, but he was basically hitting Tom up saying, "Hey, you need to sign this guy," referring to Giovanni Bernard whenever he signed wherever he signed at. Um,
No,
So
no,
Tom
I
Brady.
have him still being on New England. I
Yeah,
think
he's still on
Still
New
on.
England.
Okay, so yeah, New England running back James White. He obviously came for a visit to Tampa, but he elected to re-sign with the New England Patriots. He basically was scouting or not scouting, just saying, "Hey, Bucks, y'all need to sign
Vouching.
Giovanni Bernard." So yeah, he was vouching. Yeah, exactly. He vouched it for Giovanni Bernard, and Tom Brady hit up Jason Light and BA, and you know, in the days they made it happen. It's not the sexiest pick, but to me, I love the pick. Just the fact of what it gives Tom Brady, especially in the pass game. And as Trey said, he can run the ball a little bit. Like he's not great at it, but he'll definitely get the job done. Um, so good signing by the Bucks on getting that. It just kind of makes it seem to me it makes it seem a lot harder to see the Bucks drafting a running back in the first round, which is what I've been seeing a lot of mock drafts do, which makes zero sense. But I
Yeah.
guess I get it, but still, it just no, I don't get it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't get it. But yeah, yeah. So this definitely should be like the staple. Like it should be the stamp to say, hey, the Bucks are not drafting the running back in the first round. They better not draft in the second round either, but we'll see.
hey, y'all drafted a
Anyways,
kicker before in the second round, so I don't think
you said what?
y'all drafted a kicker in the second round in recent years. So
Right.
I don't think that
I
anything
don't think
makes sense. Nothing's off the table.
nothing is off the table. But
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So, um, other than that, ready to move on to Bills Mafia.